So here we go. Bum 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 bum. One unit to the home crystal on your side. Right. Continue, spectator. They may now return. There you go. And now you can send them back. All is good. Lucas, send it back. Thank you for capturing me, Lucas, and killing me on the spot. Oh, Kuzyn's for some reason sent the entire bloody army. I didn't mean send them to mine. I just meant the home crystal next to yours. There's a home crystal right here. Oh dear. Kuzyn is at a slight disadvantage right now, which is a shame, but that shouldn't be a problem for too long. I'm gonna quickly get some more music on to give us a nice dramatic battle feel, because you know you gotta have battle feel. There we go, nice. And I'll just turn it down a bit, because you don't want it to be too loud. There we go. Just loud enough. Right, so we'll see who's off to a good start first. So they're both on the same side, so they have to attack each other very differently, because for example, as you can see, like the map is symmetrical to some degree. It's not, it's sort of, I'm trying to think of a way to describe it. So for example, if you cut the map down the middle at this shard basically, and then you flipped it over on the other side to be like, it's basically like a mirror image, sort of. That's basically it. And that is what happened. There we go. So there you go. So who will win? I'm kind of curious to see what everyone thinks. Well, I mean, Lucas is already going ahead with a workbench and a loom. Already has some of that set up as well. To be fair, Kuzyn, like I said, Kuzyn is at a slight disadvantage because he sent his entire army as opposed to just one guy. But who knows how things are going to go. Just because you start with a slight disadvantage doesn't mean you won't ultimately gain the advantage. So I'm just wondering if we're going to see the same type of thing that happened between Lucas and everyone on he was against. I wonder whether he's going to pull out the same stuff again, because that was devastating last time that happened. If you aren't aware, basically he spent the entire time stockpiling up armor kits and no one went to attack him, and as a result he had like 700 armor kits. It was insane. Kuzyn off to a good start as well. Already has enough stockpiles. He's already in the process of making an altar, which is a very smart choice. Getting an altar out early will allow you to capture shards, which ultimately will end up giving you the advantage after a long enough time. I'd say after the first soul from a shard has arrived, that's you with the advantage. Oh, that's just me. Oh, I thought someone was trying to contact me. No, it was just my phone running out of charge. Right, well the forge is also on the way, so I mean, the question is who's going to get stone first. Because of course the person who gets stone first, ultimately, I know you get probably sick of me saying advantage at this point, but they gain the advantage immediately because they're the only person who has stone. I'm just wondering where the blueprints on Lucas's side are for his intention to make a forge or some such thing, as I cannot see it. And hopefully we don't run into any problems with connection. I'm hoping not. Also, that's another thing, if you're not aware and you're just joining us here for the first time, recently Castle Story has had an update, so now there's a bunch of new music that you can't hear because I'm playing music over the top of it. But yeah, there's a bunch of new music here and there, bits and pieces, and you will undoubtedly hear it later on when we are in the middle of playing. Right, let's have a look. So, Lucas already has a full kit, currently working on his second, whereas... Oh no, wait, is that Kuzyn? No, I clicked on the same person twice. But yeah, he has 2 kits. One kit on the way, another kit already made. In fact, he literally only needs this one piece of fabric, and then that's it, there's 2 kits made. Whereas Kuzyn has... He's already got a furnace, so I mean, Kuzyn, I feel like, has gained back the advantage despite that slow start. But he doesn't have the same amount of stockpiles, so he will end up in situations where units are stopping. But that is, however, only if he ends up in a situation where he needs a lot of resources very quickly, and a lot of people bringing stuff back, and he's not using nearly as many resources as he's putting away. So he's already got 3 weapon racks. He's got 2 looms. Has not decided to start making weapons yet, presumably because of the fact that he's assuming that Lucas is actually going to basically respect him in the fact that he might have tons of weapons already. The question is what kind of game is this going to be? Because whenever I've seen kind of multiplayer, for example Chateaujean and stuff like that, they'll send in a few poke units, so like a few halberdiers here and there, just to go in, kill a few enemy Brictrons, and then run back before they can die, meaning they put the enemy at a disadvantage right off the bat. I'm just wondering if we're going to see that, or whether it's going to be a fair fight throughout. I'm going to turn this down slightly, just because I feel like I'm a bit too loud, because it keeps on peaking the microphone every single time I talk. So, right, let's have a look. So that's how Kuzyn is getting on. Lucas is... Hang on, what was that? He's making a forge now, so he is actually sort of somewhat catching up to where Kuzyn is. But he doesn't have... the furnaces are there. The furnaces are nearby, so he's got the means to get up to the point. He just hasn't actually gotten to that. He just hasn't reached it yet. And there we go, that should be the first furnaces done. Yep. First furnace done. Oh, he's making several furnaces. He's making like he's making 3 furnaces. Presumably he wants to get a lot of resources very quickly. Which is understandable. I mean, if you're in this situation, you want to be getting resources as quick as possible. Because if you can craft night kits very early on, that means that's the more night kits for you. So even if all your units run in and die, you've still got night kits to spare, which is really what you want to go for. I'm curious to see if anyone's going to actually build any structures, or whether this is going to be entirely just a let's set up a couple of walls to stop them coming up and defend my position kind of situation. Because obviously the one problem is if you've got two people who play aggressively, that's fine. Hang on, they've each got units to spend. Lucas has just spawned his. They're both on the ball. They both knew it was there immediately. But yeah, as I was saying, if you've got 2 aggressive players, then you're going to end up with a lot of fights. Whereas if you've got 2 defensive players, they're only ever going to attack when they've got enough units as is. When they're like, right, well, I've got enough units, I'm happy to attack now. Which is sort of... like, it results in a more boring game. However, the final battle is a lot more interesting than the majority of the battles you will see, because it's fairly matched. So the question is, they're both making archer kits, which is understandable. I mean, should anyone come over, you want to have defenses set up immediately. The forge is almost ready. It just needs 1 more iron ingot, and then the advantage will have switched again. Oh no, wait, doesn't matter. There is actually a forge already set up over here. However, as you can see by the fact that Lucas has 3 furnaces, he will have iron a lot quicker and a lot more to spend, at least in terms of making night kits, than Kuzyn has, which is something Kuzyn is going to want to get on top of as soon as possible. The good thing with the way I've handled these tournaments, at least like the spectator mode, is as a result, anyone who spawns next to where I was originally spawned immediately gets access to extra starting materials. So both of them, because this is a 2v2 map, both of them gain access to the same thing. And because of how the map is basically halved down the center, they both have access to like tons of resources, meaning we're going to see a lot of kits being made. Oh, and Kuzyn is already making his first night kit of the day. But the question is Lukas ahead of him or not? No, they're actually sort of at the same level right now. I think it's actually Lukas might have just gained the lead in terms of making night kits, as he's just finished a shield. And however, Kuzyn does have an altar. So the question is where he's going to set up sentinel wards, which he undoubtedly is, or whether he's going to actually start by making up capture wards instead. Because if he makes capture wards to start off with, he'll gain the unit advantage. However, if he makes sentinel wards, then he will have used his resources to gain a defensive advantage. So I'm curious to see what is going to happen. I'm assuming, like, if it were me, I would personally go for the capture, because if you have enough units, you can defend yourself anyways. Like, there's no need to build sentinels this early on. And there we go. Lukas has gained the advantage. So if you've just joined us here on the stream, this is CSV 1, the quarterfinal first match, with the map in question being Calibri. As you can see, the players are LukasGaming and Kuzyn. Kuzyn has just finished his first capture award. He's probably going for a capture right now. Question is he going for the one to his left or the one forward? Seems like he's going for the one ahead. No, he's changed course. He's going down. Okay, I don't know why he didn't walk all the way around. Instead, why didn't walk around the shorter way? But we're not going to question that. Now, this is going to prompt Lukas to respond in one of two ways. So you got to place this down here. That's interesting. But yeah, this is going to prompt Lukas to respond in one of two ways. He could send like archers over and take out two of the shot, like just take out the capture ward and run. Or on the other side, hang on. Oh wow, he's actually making quick progress here. He's he's setting up defenses. A lot of things are currently happening over at Kuzyn's base. He hasn't quite finished his first night. He has finished his first night kit, but he hasn't gained access to it yet. It is interesting to see that Kuzyn is going for the quick expansion as well as blocking off any attack. Now, as I was saying, Lukas can respond in one of two ways in this situation. If he really wants to, he could send over a couple of archers, take out capture wards, set them back a slight bit in progress, and then walk away. However, if he doesn't do that, then Kuzyn gets the advantage, which he seems to be going for another advantage here. He seems to be building small. Yeah, he's going for small bricks around the shards in order to stop any attack being made against the capture wards, which is smart because, as I was saying, if he sent over units just to take out the necessary things, then he would be setting them back. Interestingly enough, Lukas has gone for the same thing. They both have two. They are both generating capture wards as quick as possible to make rapid expansion, and it's awesome to see. Lukas has more kits. However, he has also got less spawn advantage, as you can see, due to the fact that currently Kuzyn is sat pretty with 3 shards, whereas Lukas has the means to capture 2 shards, but he hasn't done it yet. And the question is Kuzyn going to make any more shards? It seems to be the case that he's going to make more capture wards, and he's actually he's in the process of making more Night kits. Is that going to be Sentinel? Or... Yep, that's another capture award. I'm going to say he's probably going to go for this one down here because he's already built the defenses around it. Presumably he's going to be building... Yep, he's currently focusing on building the brick around it. Well, this is a quick match. It's kind of awesome. And then now that this music is pretty much done, we can actually listen to some of these peaceful sound effects. And I'll have to pick an actual battle theme so that when fights are taking place I can have it playing. And there we go. That's Lukas 0, Kuzyn 4. That is exceptionally well how he's doing. Oh, but Lukas has 4 capture awards, he just hasn't placed them yet. I don't know why. I would have placed all 4 of them by now. Why hasn't Lukas decided to go for that? I wonder why. Unless he's going for a kind of surprise. Maybe he thinks that if he places them all down now, he's going to get units sent over to try and take them out. Whereas if he makes like 8 capture awards, he can just capture everything all of a sudden. Without Kuzyn being able to actually do anything. Oh no, wait, he's going for the capture now. And he's actually doing the same thing, it seems. He seems like he's actually building structures around it to stop any attacks being made. The real question is the advantage Kuzyn has gained going to be enough to help him take this match? Well, Lukas is capturing his first shard. Presumably he's going for a second soon. Yep. Oh, he's going for a night kit. I wonder what he's planning. Well, like I said, he's going for the capture. Things are being captured. Lukas, however, is sending over a unit. I'm assuming he probably thinks that they aren't defended and he's probably heading over. But you can see bricks even through the fog of war. You just can't see any structures. So is he planning on breaking through? Because if he's planning on breaking through, there's a variety of archers that are probably on the way. And he hasn't defended it yet. However, he is... That's a smart choice. That is a very smart choice. It was just on time. And I know he's not watching because I got the viewer list up. So I know for a fact it wasn't cheating as well. So that is exceptionally perfect timing. He's backed off. I'm assuming units are probably on the way. Yep, archers are on the way to defend it. Now, it seems like Kuzyn is actually sending units over for some reason. I'm not sure what he's going for here. However, they do now have the same amount of shards each. The question is, who's going to take the lead in shards? These aren't defended yet. I'm assuming they're probably on the way to being defended. Yeah, the bricks are being built. It seems like he's actually got a deficiency of bricks. There's actually a battle about to take place. And I would have just made Cosmos run. I would have made him run even. I will learn English one of these days. But yeah, that's him gone. That's it. He's out of luck. It's too late now. He's dead. You made him run too late. Kuzyn is going for some form of rush. I'm not quite sure if he's what he's planning on doing. Now would be some good time for battle music. I'll just put on something that was now was definitely not a good time for battle music. They're backing off. Oh, let's see. Is Nemesis music? Nemesis. There he is. Perfect. Seems like he's actually backed off. They've split their ways. Lukas taking his losses quite well. In fact, I would have placed a cleanup task there, otherwise he's going to lose the resources that he's left on the floor. Now, what we need to know is... Okay, so they're just standing there, regaining some health. Is a fight going to take place? It seems to be the case that he's actually sending units, he's planning on it. Units are coming over from Kuzyn as we speak. Or at least it seems to be the case that that is happening. Like, more kits are being made. I don't know what he's planning on doing here. That's bizarre. But yeah, we should probably get back over at the fight that is taking place. So the units have actually arrived. And Lucas, I was going to say Lucas is going for the retreat, but it seems like it's actually Kuzyn on the retreat. Now, Pegasus narrowly avoided the death that he's going to receive pretty soon if they don't make it back to the home crystal in time. These sentinel wards might defend them a little bit, but it's not going to do too much. They're just running for their lives right now. Belinda, I would spawn Belinda as soon as possible. Get a kit and get a run on. Don't do it. Pegasus will die. Yep, smart choice. Pegasus might die here. Nope. It seems like only Lucas is making some questionable decisions here. So far he's lost 2 knight kits. However, he does have that insane resource production that no one that Kuzyn does not seem to have. He may lose Pegasus, like Boris. He may lose. No, it is Pegasus. He may lose Pegasus fairly quickly, but who can say really at this point? We are still in a situation where both of these players are going back and forth in their attack patterns. In fact, look at those iron blocks there. More knight kits are quickly being made. Lucas on the retreat, Kuzyn following closely behind. Whether Lucas decides to back up now or whether he's going to actually go for the shard capture. Nope, Lucas is still at a disadvantage. I would have, yeah, smart choice. He's put them into defensive mode, and he's already lost a unit. Belinda is not in defensive mode, and as a result, they've lost all their archers. There's just an archer shootout right now, with Kuzyn claiming victory. And they're going for the capture wards. Oh, now each it's slow. Like this match is a real slobber knocker. It's insane. Like this is probably the most dramatic match we've had so far because this is actually fights we're seeing taking place. Lucas, I feel like, just was not prepared for the onslaught that was going to be on his way. And whether I think he's actually, yep, he's got knight kits on the way. I would honestly, if I was Kuzyn, I would cut my losses, take out what I can, and then run back to base, as opposed to actually doing this. I don't know why Pandora is walking up here. That might have cost him the unit. Yep, that cost him the unit. He's lost 2. He's lost. Everyone has lost quite a few units right now. In fact, several of Kuzyn's units are actually still trying to make their way back to base. And the question is, no, he hasn't given chase. They've decided to call it a truce for now. Well, that was too close. Let's be honest. Seems like Lucas is going for the quick gain in terms of resources again, building more furnaces, as opposed to going for any stone defenses. It seems like neither of these players have actually built any stone walls to defend themselves, other than to defend their shards. And I still don't know what the hell is going on here. I do know that Kuzyn, I believe, has another unit he can spawn, as well as 4 units who are dead. No, 5 units. 5 units who are dead on the way back. Let's have a look at how many poor old... Well, that's the thing, is the units that... oh, no, he's knocking up one of these. I don't know why. Maybe he's planning on placing something. I don't know. It seems like Lucas is actually... Because of the fact that the souls had less distance to travel, Lucas was able to spawn them a lot quicker. Whereas now that the souls have just reached back to base, now whenever they gain souls, then it'll be used to spend on respawning the dead characters. These two are not happy to see the soul of someone they once called a brother-in-arms floating back to base. That's not something you want to see every day. Right. If you've just joined us, you've just missed a hell of a match. Well, not a hell of a match, a hell of a fight. Probably one of the more dramatic ones we've had in this. I just realised why no one's here, which is I haven't done the announcement for it, and I apologise. Hopefully, everyone will join in. I'm just so used to, because everyone seems to get annoyed whenever I add everyone to say, hey, the match is starting. Everyone seems to get really annoyed, and I don't know why. I'm like, I'm sorry, but like, there's some people who don't know the match is taking place but want to take. Yeah. People seem to just be like, so far I immediately put at here, and literally within the minute someone was responding with an angry face at the fact that now they've got one notification, as well as someone responding with a Bricktron carrying a brick. I don't know what that's supposed to mean, but there's a Bricktron carrying a brick now. Oh dear. I'm actually gonna there we go, just an arrow pointing upwards. That'll do the job. Right, let's have a look. So Kuzyn is actually going for more Sentinel wards. It seems like he might have lost one or he moved it. I'm not sure which, but he is going for more Sentinel wards. I'm not sure where he's planning on putting them, but who knows. Realise there's not much point covering up the top, as it's just that there is no point of covering up the top. And it does seem like Luke's is actually gaining back one of his very, very bright and blinding crystals. And now they've both got 4 again. Now the question is, can Lukas maintain that control over that shard, or is he going to lose it again? We'll never know. We'll never know. Well, we will know. We'll know shortly. Once the actual match is taken, like, done and dusted. But it is interesting to think. If you're watching right now, put in the chat who you think is going to win. Do you think Lukas is going to win, or do you reckon Kuzyn is going to win? Because right now, Lukas has demonstrated his amazing ability to gain a lot of resources very quickly, whereas Kuzyn has actually demonstrated the fact that he's able to win the fight the majority of the time. And it's interesting to think who might win. I personally, obviously I'm not biased. I'm not going to go and give tips to one of the 2 players, because that's not what I do. However, what I am going to do is I'm going to say, that's the thing. I don't know who's going to win. I'm going to suggest that it might be Kuzyn. I think Kuzyn might be in with a chance, because he seems to have some weird tactics that I've never seen before, but he seems to be going for something. I don't know what he's going for, but he's going for it. There's 1 unit going in. I don't know what he's planning on doing. Because obviously the only way for anyone to retaliate is if he sends more units over. I think he's just gone for the destroy the capture ward, and there's nothing that you can do. That's a smart play. That's a smart play. Obviously, there's no point retaliating, because if anyone grabs anything, by the time they get over there, that unit will be miles away. There we go. And obviously now these guys are going to chase that, and smart choice. He's going to see if he can drag 2 of them away to kill them both. Nope, nope. Lucas caught on to what was going on, probably because he saw the archer unit and he's decided against following suit, which is smart. That's a smart choice. Smart move on Lucas's part. Okay, so here we are. Kuzyn still has to spawn one person back, whereas Lucas still has to also spawn one person back. Both of them are still missing one unit each from their maximum capacity that they currently have. Although it does seem like Lucas has got 4 sentinel wards saved in place. And I'm wondering as to why he's planning on placing them, because right now we don't, like, he doesn't have any actual defenses set up. Like, he doesn't have any walls or anything that's like. The only place he has walls set up is next to shards. He doesn't actually have any actual sentinels placements set up, unless he's planning on placing them on the defenses. At which point, my only question is, why? Because all that's going to happen is they're going to take out the sentinel ward and then destroy it, but we'll never know. I'm still wondering what the hell's going on here, because this is extremely confusing. What is he planning on doing? Seems like he's going for a lot of archer kits and a lot of knight kits. Speaking of which, he's only got 3 weapon racks, I've just noticed. He's only got 3 weapon racks, whereas Lucas has 4. And both of them don't have as many weapon racks as I would have thought they would have. Because if you're wanting at least 1 of each unit, you're going to want 6 weapon racks. As a bare minimum. Maybe they aren't planning on building one or the other. To be fair, I think what would be really useful at this moment in time, especially for anyone who was on the attack, is if you had an alchemist, you could easily take out these shards by actually just getting your alchemist to run up, throw bombs, and destroy the defenses, because bombs are extremely damaging to walls. So all you have to do is send 1 unit over, bomb the place, and it'll probably destroy the capture ward as well, because the capture ward I think just explodes in 1 to 2 hits from an alchemist. So keeping that in mind, you could probably throw 1 bomb at 1 and then just keep on doing that and you'll destroy all the capture wards. And I don't know if you can actually... Can you destroy these? I can't remember if you can destroy the normal things. It does seem like Kuzyn has forgot about this archer who's just sat in the middle of the map. I thought he was just keeping him there as a kind of a warning not to come this way. But who can really say at this point? It seems like Lucas is once again back on the same level as Kuzyn in terms of having the same amount of wards. And I mean shards, not wards. And I think what happened is Kuzyn is, just rather smartly I will admit, Kuzyn has actually taken all the things that he would have had done to him, and he's actually instead decided to flip it over and said, right, here's the things that I would personally be looking out for to stop happening to me, and I'm going to place a bunch of things here to stop that happening to me, and if you haven't done the same, I'm going to punish you for it, which just seems to be the case, as you can see here, because on the other side, just over there, he went over there, no problem, destroyed that capture ward, and walked off, whereas there is no way in hell that Lucas could do the same thing here. Although he is going to need 1 pylon, whether he's got that pylon ready or not, he's going to need it. Oh, there, just as I said it. Just as I said it. I didn't even notice. There we go. That's that 2 defenses. And I would suggest setting up a wall up ahead, just to stop any attacks coming down the middle. Because obviously, since this pylon it has been set up, you don't want that pylon coming immediately. So, like, if they attack from the middle, you don't want them immediately walking down and seeing the pylon, taking that out and completely shutting down all your defenses. I mean, it won't shut down all the defenses because you've still got the capture wards. You still got the shard powering it. But, you know. Also, it seems like he has adopted the same tactic, opting for sentinel wards to defend certain shards. And I'm just... Oh, there's actually a healing ward as well. That's actually a smart choice. I don't think I've actually seen a healing ward in any of these matches. I might have. Don't quote me on that. I don't know. But, yeah. Who knows? Right, and now nothing is taking place. Oh, hang on. He's going for another capture. I'm assuming it's up ahead, like over here. That he's going for the capture. Let's have a look. I just realised, why haven't I got editor cam turned on? Yep, it seems to be the case that he's walking straight forward. I'm going to quickly put on a different song just to kind of pass the time. Just because I want to put on some chill music whilst there is a kind of brief kind of peace period. Yep, he seems to be going for the central capture ward. Well, it's not central, it's close, but it's not quite central. And I'm assuming the guys with the bricks are pretty soon going to be behind. And there's another capture ward here. Which one is he going to capture? And the question is he going to build a bridge across? Because he seemed to be making rope earlier. I can't tell if he made a lot of rope or not. He's only made 2 pieces of rope. Now I'm wondering, is he going to build that bridge across? Because if he builds it over there and he does set up the bricks and stuff and cuts down the bridge, that's it. There's nothing stopping. That's it. There's nothing to destroy the capture ward, unless Lukas decides to do the same thing, builds the bridge across in order to destroy it. That's the only way he can take care of that. Now, obviously, we'll have to wait and see. I'm assuming there's probably a unit about to leave with this capture ward. Unless, of course, they're already on the way to build the bridge and they're doing what I suggested. But I don't know. That log went to space. But yeah, this is an interesting thing to see. It's like, hang on, why have those moved? Oh, right, is he moving them? Ah, that makes sense. He's moving them up because perhaps he's going to go for these 2 captures. Because if he goes for these 2 captures, they're going to be right on the path. Like, they're so close to the center, they may as well just be the first things that are attacked. And if you control the center, you've automatically gained somewhat of an advantage because everything around it is basically yours for the taking. And not mentioned, it also allows you to set up defenses on that side. We should probably stop focusing so much on Kuzyn and actually have a look at what Lukas is up to. So Lukas doesn't seem to have made much. Actually, speaking of which, nobody's really made any obelisk kits or like extra kits here and there. It just seems to be knight kits and archer kits. Like there's no. Oh, there seems to be the catapult is about to be made. Potentially, or he's planning on making obelisk kits. It's one of the two. But it seems like no one's actually going for no one's making artificers yet. No one's making artificers. No one's making any. Oh, there we go. Machine shop and laboratory. So I think he is going to go for an alchemist kit. Either that or he's planning on making a catapult and requires the necessary resources in order to basically build the barrels. Because if you don't know, you need a laboratory. You need a laboratory in order to build the barrels now that go into a catapult. And it seems like he might be planning a catapult. I'm wondering where he's going to place it. Because if he puts it too far forward, then it's going to be easy to destroy. If he puts it too far back, then it's not going to reach anywhere near the range it needs to hit. If I were to launch it, it would probably be somewhere far back. But unless he's using it as a deterrent in order to stop people making any progress. Hey, Jonathan, how you doing? Right. I think it's kind of sad that Jonathan's the first person to message, and it's about what 50 minutes into the stream. It's a bit sad, but oh well. I'm kind of enjoying this match. It's awesome to watch. And it does seem like Kuzyn is going for a few defenses here and there. He's actually setting up walls. And I'm wondering what he's actually planning on doing. If he really wanted to, he could move some of these sentinel walls and build a bridge down. And force them to go down one way. But who knows? Ah, he's actually captured the center ward. I didn't even see that. So Kuzyn currently has 6 capture wards set up in and doing their job, whereas Lukas only has 4. And I'm just wondering, because Lukas currently has 8 knight kits, 1 obelisk kit, and 4 archer kits. So Lukas's response to he's doing all this crap to me is, I'm the #1 viewer on this channel. I know, shut up. But yeah, it seems like that. In response to having been set back so far and having Kuzyn so far ahead in terms of capture wards and the like, it seems his response was the only way to beat him is to actually make some progress in terms of technology. Because it doesn't seem like Kuzyn was going for the same thing. If he's going for it now, that's a different story, but he doesn't seem to be. He has built more weapon racks, so maybe he's just planning on going forward with knight kits and archers. However, if it was me, I would personally go for making at least 1 artificer, maybe 2. Because artificers are incredibly useful. It just depends on the situation you put them in. Because if you're putting them in head-on combat, that's a dangerous game to play, because all you need to do is send 1 guy to the back and that's it. Who are you talking to? I even appear on the vids. Who are you talking to? I'm just talking to everyone, Jonathan. Like the stream. I'm going to be uploading this to YouTube, so even though no one's actually listening on the stream other than you, then even so, people can still watch the match on YouTube. But yeah, I'm just... Oh, what's going on here? Oh, archers are being sent forward. I think an offense is about to be started. It seems to be only a ranged attack he's planning on going for. So I'm wondering what he thinks he's going to try and do. What the point? Is there any unit like yeah, Wiki seems to be the only unit. Oh, he's actually mining up ahead as well. So let's see. Is there any, like, other than sentinel wards, what has, like, it doesn't seem like what's his name? It doesn't seem like Lukas is going for the same thing. Oh, here comes the attack. I bet I get some music. I know this is the same song as what was on, but I'm just putting it on temporarily. Here we go. So they're setting up. Oh, and there they go. They're moving out. Moving out. So as you can see, a lot of hell is about to be on it. Try to think of a bad thing to say before I go. Oh, okay. But yeah, there's just pure hell on the way. And it would help if they could aim very well. That is a lot of arrows. Sweet Jesus. Oh, here come the knights. Knights are currently about to move into position. I would be backing up right now. That's 1 knight down. They still need to kill 5 knights. I would run. I would send them back immediately. Yep, and he's going for the retreat. He seems to be. Yep, they're going for the retreat. That's a smart choice. That is not worth getting killed over. Okay, Jesus, that is a lot of damage. Well, he probably wasn't expecting the return. Alright, I'll try my best. You go off and have a wank. You have fun. Yeah, it seems like he's going for a kind of poke, sort of joke thing here, where he's just sort of egging him on to attack. Margaret was probably so close to death there. It seems like Kuzyn is either trying to coax over Lukas himself, or he's trying to coax over his units, probably unaware that making them enter defensive mode means they also hold position. Oh no, they've gone down the wrong... Oh, nope. It seems like Lukas has actually tried to switch this over and has instead decided, hey, if you're going to do that, I can do the same thing. And he's trying to coax them back over. In a, like, I don't even know what kind of battle's taking place here. But it seems like Margaret's dead, yep. But it's still, like, it's still neck and neck. Like, easily Lukas could actually take out Kuzyn. That's it. That was devastating. Now, I don't even know what the health of these archers are, but I don't reckon it's too low, to be honest. I reckon they've probably got alright damage and alright health. Is he planning on putting a sentinel ward at the top of that? I don't know. Can you imagine being down here and just seeing like that? This is a Bricktron's point of view at what they can just see on the horizon. A dramatic ass shot. Where are they planning on going? I think Kuzyn might be going a bit too deep for himself here. I would not be sending them this far in. It seems like Lukas has either given up or he's just decided it's better to just defend his current position as opposed to losing potentially everything. He's just decided to send them all over. Now, if he just gets everyone to arm up, he shouldn't be in too bad of a situation. I feel like Kuzyn might have just taken this. Nope, he's backing up, he's retreating. I wonder what Kuzyn's battle plan is here. Maybe he sees that Sentinel Ward stockpile. If he sends them all, if he sends all his units over to take care of that, then that'd be, you know, that'd be plenty gone. Yeah, they're doing just that. Very smart play. And obviously sending one knight over is not going to do the job they want to do. I would have just had, yeah, exactly. Like there's nothing they can do. There's too much firepower. For some reason there's a capture ward right here. I was about to say Kuzyn yet to lose a unit from his amass of just huntsmen, snipers. It's like TF2 all over again. Is that Nab? That's a Bricktron called Nab. Like, I don't know. He's just planning on taking out everything. I don't know. I'm gonna have a quick check, see what he's planning on doing. Whether he's doing anything back here. No, he doesn't have anything. He's got like one. He's got Wiki doing stuff, but he's not doing anything else himself. He's doing too much range damage before these soldiers, these warriors can actually get any closer because of the fact that that's it. There is nothing stopping them destroying that. No, except for their damage. The damage is too low from how much they're firing. I would take out those knights as soon as possible. But then again, that would probably get them killed. I failed the first round of this tournament. I'm not exactly the best person to ask about it. It seems like he's actually set up some form of a stronghold. He just set units in defensive mode at every single entrance, so no matter where they go, there's always damage got to be dealt. And he's actually used quite smart tactics to see if he can draw some of them away. But he's just... all he's doing is poking and distracting. Like, they're not focusing on actually doing work here. They're just... they're not. They're too busy trying to take care of all this damage that's coming out of, like, from miles away. Which I think is actually a pretty smart choice, keeping in mind that because of their position, they can't get much done. And Kuzyn is free back here to have, like, one unit do everything he wants them to do. In fact, it's probably a second unit now. Oh no, look, he's got like a nice colony of 3. Whilst his other colony is terrorizing everyone. That's a dead Bricktron. You had them there too long. Units come around the back. Smart choice to try and flank, but I don't know if it worked. Don't know how worth it was. Now, the question is, will Kuzyn actually survive this? I'm going to say yes. Because he seems to have a very smart idea. That's death. McCoy just got headshot. 360 no-scoped across the map, you know. Go, Kuzyn. Cuisine for the win. Oh man, I could go for some cuisine. Before he could even take a swing, that was awful. It's terrible of you. And he's backing up, and now he's going back for the front. Seems like he's actually finally lost an archer. Ramon is Raymond. I'm not sure if it's Ramon or Raman. I'm not sure how to explain it, but he is heading back. There was attacks taking place. Now, has he set up? He has not set up the knights in their previous position. There were 2 knights here taking hold, and stopping any progress being made around the back. Now, I will say, if you've just joined us during the stream, welcome. This has been a pretty hectic match. This match will be uploaded to YouTube next week. If you want to be a part of that, I will be posting that in the streams and videos. Discord chat, in the Castle Story server. Alternatively, you could subscribe to the channel, which means you will immediately be alerted as to when it's uploaded. Like, this match has been insane. Like, this has been the most hectic match I have seen to date in this game. And it's just amazing to see. Now, I'm just going to quickly do this. There we go. So the problem is they're losing archers slowly. Previously, like, oh, and there comes, and 2 knights are on the way. There we go. Everything is glorious. Cuisine. Here we go. No, it's Kuzyn. I know that now. I was dumb for a little bit, but I'm okay. I don't know whether they'll be aware of the knights. I think they will, because I think the range of their home crystal actually covers that distance. He does seem to be sort of playing a Tom and Jerry style game where he's just like, he's coaxing them into making a move and then just hiding. Except in this situation, he's got that many defensive units on his back that the warriors who go into battle are actually losing. Hang on, they just lost. They just lost both of his warriors. He didn't have the firepower to save them. I would have thought that would have been enough, but no. He's having to go for a retreat because he's taken too much damage. He doesn't leave. Yes, that was English, I assure you. I would not be playing peekaboo with them right now. It's good to know that we should be seeing more of this match pretty soon. He is actually having to send them all. No, he's not sending them all the way back. Maybe he's getting more units back here to be on the way forward. Who knows? He does have a few more. He does have 2 more knight kits and 3 more archer kits, and it seems like that's just what he's going to do. He's having 2 archers come and join him at the front. So let's go and see what he's up to now. Instead, he's just taking cover and just holding down the position. And that could have been a kill. And it might still be a kill. It might just be in range. That's a kill. There we go. That's a knight down. Just decide to go in, finish off the job, and then head off home. And that's another potential kill. Nope, another kill. Kill was not confirmed. You did not get the dog tags. Sad times for all. This battle has been going on for so long that the battle theme music I'm currently playing has almost finished. It's 15 minutes long. Admittedly, it's just repeating the same thing over and over again, but it is still kind of amazing the fact that it's still taking place. Now these archers, the 2 archers who were back there, are now joining up with the front line. They are just causing havoc in any way they can. They don't really care how much damage they do, just so long as they get enough kills and cause enough hell to warrant their use up the front. I don't know what they're planning on, what he's planning on doing, but it's something. And he's currently in a position, he's going to slowly lose people. Whether he actually ends up taking out anyone at the same time is another thing. And he's telling them to hold their fire so they don't... Nope. He's telling them to hold fire. But it seems like he might have made a input. Now he's lost 2 units. I think they're retreating back. Obviously, if they do follow him, they will destroy this capture ward and they will end up being barraged by about 10 sentinel wards. And if they somehow make it through that, they've still got more sentinel wards to take care of as well. He's lost his arbalists. That's his last knight kit as well. Last 2 knight kits are there. And that'll be it. But the question is, does Kuzyn know that those are his last 2 knight kits? Because if he doesn't, then he's not necessarily going to go in for the rush, is he? They lost an archer each. The 7 musketeers, the 7 brave archers, heading into town. I'm gonna have to quickly grab some kind of final battle music. I don't know. I don't know what to put on. There we go. That'll do it. Here comes hell. Oh, that's it. That seems to be the case. That seems to be it. There's 1 lone archer. Salvador. Can Salvador save the world? I don't think he can, to be honest. Why might archers do no shoot? And there we go. If he can take care of this sentinel ward, which I have no doubt he can. That's it. End game. That was devastation. Good game, everyone. That was very well played. I think that's going to be it. I mean, to be fair, they're all spawning. And that's the end of that. Look, he's not even trying to kill him at this point. He's just trying to destroy the home crystal. And there we go. And going out with a bang. There we go. That's the end of that. That was a fantastic game. That was quite possibly one of the best games I have ever witnessed in this game. Now they're for some reason being recaptured. Well played, lads. That was exceptional. That was a very cool match. Anyways, yeah. So, like I said, I'm just watching this being destroyed. I'm gonna quickly update the tournament rankings just so I can see what's happening. So obviously, Kuzyn, being the evil bastard he is, has just decimated everyone in a violent manner. Hang on, what's this? Oh, apparently, there is a enemy that is literally a piece of shit in Binding of Isaac, and apparently it's called Dinger. Thank you for that, Davoid. You've made my day. Right, let's for some reason they've just stopped attacking. They've just stopped caring. I'm gonna just quickly get up the tournament standings, as I said. Tournament bracket. Right, okay, so Kuzyn is now red for victory. And is now there. Now, I don't know if he's here, but Lucas, if you're here, you played a very good match. Well done. You are now number 17 in the losers bracket. So, LukasGaming. Oh, I typed in gaming. It wasn't right. So, Lucas, your opponent for the losers bracket will be Wrapped Day. Why is stream stopped? Game picture. It's because nothing's happening. You are against Wrapped. So, I should mention, if you've just joined us in this... Did I miss the match? Oh, yeah, Davoid, you missed the majority of the match. Obviously, you can just watch it again on this, or you can wait until it's uploaded on YouTube, at which point you can just skip to the match. However, it is a pretty small wait this time around, thankfully. Right, now as I was saying, if you are just joining us here for the first time, the way this tournament works is there is a losers bracket. So basically everyone plays in the winners bracket and everyone's, having a good time. If you lose, you get put in the losers bracket. If you're in the losers bracket, basically what happens is you are placed in this losers bracket and you go against another person who lost. It's randomly assigned, so you could be against anyone. You could be against the same person you lost against, could be exactly the opposite thing. And basically what happens is, for example, so just to give an example, Lucas is against Wrapped, and basically the way that's going to work is Lucas and Wrapped are going against each other, and then the person who wins that will then move on to the next stage of the losers bracket. And basically the person who wins overall in the losers bracket goes against the person who wins overall in the winners bracket. Now the way that then works is that the person with the who wins in the winners bracket goes against the person who goes against the person who won in the losers bracket, and when they go against each other, if the person in the losers bracket wins, they have to do another match because it's reset the bracket. So now they're both technically in loser's bracket. However, if the ultimate winner of the winner's bracket wins, then that's it. That's the end of the tournament, and they get some free Castle Story merch as a kind of well done, you've won. Here, have a gold star. But yes, so that's basically the end of that. So I'd like to thank you all for watching. My name has been Serdinger. Leave a like if you have enjoyed this. If you can't leave a like, follow if you want to keep up to date with future streams, and if you enjoy this stream as well. Donate if you want to support the stream in any way. Any amount is appreciated. Good day, and I'll see you next time.